can send out notification or messages to different consumers. Okay. It's a pops up messaging architecture, publisher subscriber messaging architecture. Can fan out messages to a large number of endpoints. So if I'm in this, if I define a topic and we have different provider or endpoints, so the SNS can simultaneously send these messages or fan out this message to different subscribers or different endpoints. Subscribing endpoints receive only the message of interest, which means in the SNS you have a tag for filtration. So if, like for example, if I have millions of customers subscribe to one topic and I'm sending like a campaign emails to these customers, I can define a filtration attribute on my message. So the message will not go for the 1 million, might be it will go to the prime members of these subscribers. Okay, so the filtration can be done through the SNS. So you have a filtration mechanism here. And instead of adding this filtration in your business logic, in your code, you can offload it to the SNS. So the filtration will be on the service level. Data is encrypted in transit, and you can also encrypt data at rest. So it's your call again. This is the like a standard mechanism. You can use the KMS or server-side encryption. It's your call. So the message will be encrypted at rest. Service notification. Service notification. Okay. In high level, we have here the publisher. The publisher publishes the message from the distributed systems, microservice or whatever, to the SNS service. So SNS service, as we know, it's a fully managed. You are not managing the infrastructure. You are just managing the SNS service and event-driven computing service. It's event-driven. You will send this event to multiple topics. So we have the topic here, decouple the message publisher from the subscribers. So this is like intermediate step. Message filtration here, as we mentioned, you have a filter on the message to be delivered to the concerned subscribers only. Not all subscribers, only the filtration based on the filtration condition. So let's filter the message according to subscription filter policies and deliver them to subscribers. So it can fan out to Lambda, SQS, okay, or HTTP endpoint like web service or API gateway. Subscriber receive a message in subscribing serverless function, queues, or any other endpoints I define. Okay, so you don't have the burden of defining the routing inside your code. Okay, you can define it at the SNS topic level to do the filtration and deliver your message to the target audiences. Okay. Okay, now I have some new stuff here. This is already done, right? Publish message architecture for now. Subscriber code filtration. Data is encrypted. Okay, these two are new. Maximum limit of 256 KB for published messages like the SQS. Each 64K chunk of published data is built as one request. So the message of 256, it's actually 4 requests. Okay, because it's 4 chunks of 64 KB. So we are dealing with this chunk as with this message as 4 requests. And the charge first 1 million are free. However, thereafter it will be like $0.5. The first, second million, or whatever millions will come after me. Okay. The SQS, it's one of the cheapest, maybe like the cheapest services, because you are dealing with a crowd with a huge number of messages. If you want to spread out a campaign, like marketing campaign or something like that, maybe you need to send emails, SMS, okay, any notifications for your customers. You are using this service. So they are expecting that your business will might hit 1 million notification. So it will give you the first 1 million free, and the rest will be charged $0.5. Any questions here? Mainly the SMS, it's a push notification. Sending marketing campaign and all this stuff, you can use the SMS. Sending emails, you can use SMS. Pinpoint. It's like a special case from the SMS. Actually, they created, it's a very similar to SMS. However, it's emphasized on the e-commerce and the business and the marketing campaigns. Okay, Pinpoint message for real-time user engagement, event-based campaign to your customers when they take a specific action within your application. So you can use the Pinpoint SDK in your mobile application. So any action from your customer, if it will hit one of the conditions, it will send for him a notification based on his action on his application. Okay, so it's different than the SMS. SMS, you are defining when and to whom you are sending the message. However, in Pinpoint, they are more focused on the customer engagement. Okay, and the it will be responsive for any customer actions on your application. The deliverability dashboard helps you improve your inbox placement rate. In Pinpoint, if you are using Pinpoint with sending the messages or the emails or SMS to your customers, you can know which messages actually reach your client, which messages opened, which messages discarded, okay, which message deleted from the customer side. So it will give you insights about your customer behavior. Maybe he's keep deleting your message because he's not interested in a certain product that you are talking about or pushing this notification to him. So this will give you insight that you need to exclude this customer because he's not interested in this service. Don't keep bothering. One advantage for Pinpoint, in SNS, you are sending the message based on your time, based on your behavior as a company. In Pinpoint, no, it's based on the customer behavior. So it's more relevant if I'm a company, okay, I'm in Saudi Arabia and I have customers in the United States, I might send for them push notification and people are sleeping. Nobody will see it at a glance, right? Immediately. Maybe I need like immediate reaction and see how people will respond to my campaign. Okay? So this is for SNS. However, in Pinpoint, no, this reaction, it's react to the customer behavior. The customer is active and he's using your application, okay? And based on some customer experience in your application, you will push him some notification, guide him about maybe a discount or a campaign, new marketing campaign for certain products that he's interested in. Okay? So it avails a dashboard for people, from marketing people, to get insights about their campaign. Automatic response, when customers send you messages that contain certain keywords. Okay? Maybe the customer here reply back or send an email to your company mentioning or complaining about one of the products. You might get this data and get a dashboard if how many customers are complaining from or receiving a message from your customer regarding one of the services. So it will give you insights about the interest or your customer interest if they are suffering with one of your products or they are happy with one of your products. Reach your customers using dedicated local numbers. While you are calling your customers through IVR or whatever service or sending an SMS, you can use local numbers. You can configure it and use local numbers so people will get familiar with your messages. You know identity of your company. It's like a very positive impression. And instead of each time you might call to give them or campaign or send an SMS, part of your marketing campaign they are receiving from a different number. There is no like identity part. This is part of the like marketing. It might negatively affect your customer experience. Any questions on Pinpoint? Yes.
Pinpoint is a typical mobile push notification service like ABN, Apple push notification service, Google.
It's not on, yes, it's not, but we don't want to put it on like it's only mobile based.
I mean, I can use it instead of any other service, like if I want to send notification to users, instead of going with AWS or Firebase, cloud messaging on that, I can use Pinpoint.
Yes, you can use Pinpoint. And as we, for all these like advantage of using Pinpoint, it's more customer centric than like a company centric. Okay, it's always focused on the customer behavior and respond to his actions, his interests. This is the last message service in AWS messaging framework. IoT message broker. It pops up broker service as well, sending, receiving of messages to and from AWS IoT. This is dedicated for the IoT. Okay. Client sends a message addressed to a topic like sensor. This is like a path. Okay. The message broker in turn sends a message to all clients that have registered to receive messages for that topic. The service dedicated only for IoT. The topic namespace is isolated for each AWS account and region pair. So if you have, this is like the message path, on the account level, it will say link. Okay? But if I'm using the same path for a different region, so you can use the same URL or the same path to get the message from this sensor. Okay? Actually, we don't have like more or like information about the IoT message broker. Personally, I didn't deal with it before.
What's the difference between topic and key?
Okay, the topic, it might have multiple different types of subscribers. Okay, subscribers, which means endpoints. It's a push notification. However, in the queue, it's a pull. So the customer is pulling the data. In SMS, you are pushing the data to the subscribers. And you might have multiple topics.
Yes.
Maybe topic.
The difference between them is that a message and topic can be sent to many
endpoints.
Many endpoints.
Yes.
But in queue, once one
One consumer, yes, dealing with one message. Okay. Any questions?
But which services are serverless regarding the message? Like the SQS?
Maybe SQS.
SAS probably.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which ones are serverless. Maybe SQS. I'm not sure the rest. Questions? No questions? Good.
I have a question here. Service means like I don't have to go and create a new queue. So like in the DynamoDB, I don't create my database. I just connect to some table and my
Yes, you actually like if we take for example the first messaging service, which is it's not serverless because you are selecting the instance. Okay, you are selecting the private instance. But I think for the others, as long as you are not selecting any type of instance,
Yes. This is serverless. Exactly. For example, active MQ, you are selecting the instance that will host your active MQ.
And this is my instance.
Because this is